Hi, I'm Lina.
And I'm Des from Neta V Voyage. We came across a car promo event and we decided to just take a quick look at 6 of the cars which we found quite interesting. 3 are EVs and 3 are ICE.
First up is the Audi RS e-tron GT.
I know for a fact that this is Lina's favorite Audi among the 2 on display here, but it costs 808,000 ringgit here in Malaysia. It's pretty fast, 0 to 100 kilometers is done in 3.3 seconds, and according to Audi, on a full charge and depending on the variant, it can go up to 495 kilometers. It's an all-wheel drive, seats are covered in NEPA, it has beautiful 21-inch rims. Boot space is a bit small at 350 liters, but it's a GT, so what do you expect? It rides on double wishbone suspension, and if you are 6 feet and over, you might find that you're a bit short on legroom at the back. But other than that, it's a superb car. So some might find the back seats a bit claustrophobic, but I think they're okay. I love the 21-inch rims and the red calipers. But I think the light show is still quite impressive, right? Although most cars now have their own light shows, but 3 years ago, this was a showstopper. And that's it for the Audi RS e-tron GT.
Next up is the Audi Q8 e-tron S-Line 55 Quattro.
Are you sure that's the whole name? It sounds so short.
There's more.
Alright, so the Q8 e-tron is Audi's all-electric SUV. It costs 488,000 ringgit here in Malaysia. It's still pretty fast. It does 0 to 100 in 5.6 seconds, right? It rides on adaptive suspension. Okay. The boot space is decent. It's got like 569 liters of boot space. Back seat is still rather cramped if you're over 6 feet, but it's okay. It's better than the e-tron RS GT because it has more headroom, right? It's also a 4-wheel drive. Also rides on 21-inch beautiful rims. On a full charge, Audi claims it can do 582 kilometers. Did you notice the digital side mirror? The Audi salesman said that this is the first car in Malaysia to have that feature, but I think in a couple of months' time there'll be another car will have the same feature. Now for real passengers, you won't find it so claustrophobic because of the inclusion of the sunroof, and the side windows are much bigger, right, than the Audi RS e-tron GT. Seats are slightly firmer, but equally as comfortable. You get slightly more leg room, but for long journeys, I think you find this more comfortable, right? Because the seats are higher from the floor of the car, right? Now the door opens quite wide, so it makes it easier, especially for the elderly to get in and out of the car. Rims, as I said earlier, are 21 inches, but I prefer the ones on the Audi RS e-tron GT, and I think Lina feels the same way, right? So the light show, well, it's not as show-stopping, right? But it's okay for an SUV. And that's it for the Q8 e-tron. Okay, so what's the next car we're going to look at?
Neta V from China.
What does the V stand for?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Anyway, this car is like really popular in Thailand, right? And as far as we know, this is the cheapest EV you can get in Malaysia at 99,000 ringgit. Okay. On a full charge, it can do 380 kilometers, which isn't that impressive, but as a town car, it's more than sufficient, right? And you can, if you want to, I guess you can travel to Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital of Malaysia. But it's a bit risky because that's a distance of, if I'm not mistaken, 344 kilometers. So you got to plan your route well and make sure there's enough charging stations on the way, or at least just one on the way halfway there, right? You won't be breaking any speed records with this car because the top speed is 120 kilometers an hour. This is the Chery Omoda 5. Lina, what do you think of the grille?
Not for me.
How about the rims?
The rim is beautiful.
It
I really like it.
Yeah, I think it was stolen from Dartmouth. Anyway, this car costs 110,000 ringgit here. It's a 1.5 liter turbo, has 156 horsepower and 230 Newton meters of torque. It runs on a 9-speed CVT, has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, as you can see, the inside is a fantastic place to be. The light strips, ambient lighting is fantastic, and Lina really likes the cup holders because of the RGB. You're gonna see in a second. Yeah, here it is.
Yes, look at that.
Yeah, it really fits our PC. We are missing that. Okay. Other than that, it's got really cool stuff. Now, it also has this logo projector, right? Lights. Yeah, that's cool. That's like really upmarket stuff. Now, the back seats are a bit more spacious than other SUVs because the back of the front seats are sculptured, or rather concaved, right? A rear view isn't that great, but that's the same with most of the cars we've seen so far, right? But it's pretty good value at 110,000 ringgit. How about the grille of the Tiggo 8 Pro?
I like this one.
Alright. By the way, this is the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro. It's a premium 7-seat SUV, right? It's got 250 horses, 390 Newton meters of torque, and it has a 7-speed DCT, and it's a 2-liter turbo, right? It's pretty decent in terms of performance because it does 0 to 100 in 7.3 seconds. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's a really, really nice place to be. So it really does honor its premium badge, right? So it's much more spacious than the Omoda 5, right? It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto also. But it doesn't have that RGB cup holders, not that we can see. But it's still a nice place to be, yeah. Ambient lighting with the light strips and all that, and the logo projector lights. It's really feels upmarket. It's not bad. It's not a pretty bad place to be. And it costs 165,000, which is way bit more than the Omoda 5. But I think it's worth it. Lina, does the Daihatsu Canbus look like a lunchbox?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the correct answer. 10 points for you. So the Daihatsu Canbus is a super tiny van, right? It does 20 kilometers per liter. That's just amazing. It seats 4. It's powered by a 658cc engine, and the top speed is 125 kilometers an hour, right? I actually don't know what else to say about this except that it's unique. It's really, really cute. And when we were shooting this, there was a Caucasian lady with a husband who was really, really interested in this. Okay, I can understand why. As a town car, it's fantastic. And here's me not knowing how to close it off. Okay, that's all from us.
Please like and subscribe.
It would really help our channel.
Thank you.